Welcome back to episode 5 of the Alchemy Factory 1 Plot Challenge, and welcome back to one last turn. Last time we got our shop back up and running, almost fully stocked, all of the different material or goods except for ropes. And we also added soap. We got it running. And we did some moving of the goods that we're producing up here to go downstairs as well. And we got our money belt. We set up some of it. It's not running yet, but we set up some of it. And we got our coal coke going downstairs. We even set up the money to go on to the advanced fertilizer setup. So we have that running, and it will probably, given the amount of money we put in, it might even like backfill and stop working temporarily. So that is completely fine. But in this episode, we are going to do something about all of these planks. We are going to build our Jupiter production, and we are going to start doing that by setting up a new staircase. And I think we probably need to put in one of the, oh, we can't. What if we put one in there? Can we hit it then? No. Guess we're just gonna have to build it from scratch. Oh, damn. Gonna have to move that a little bit, it seems. Should suffice. Okay, yeah. So we are going to do a Jupiter build. And what is a Jupiter? Well, Jupiter is a relic that we will unlock here in just a second, and it has two purposes. Wait, why? Oh, we are out of nails. Nails. That should be downstairs. Got our nails here. We also set up a new iron situation because we can use the stuff, the fuel from up here. But Jupiter is a relic, and relics have two purposes. Well, three you can sort of count. They are very good sellers. They make a lot of money. They are usually a good sink of certain items that are needed in different production lines. In this case, the wood that we are making in our advanced fertilizer. And they can also give experience points. Experience points for what, you may ask? Well, for upgrades like this. We haven't done this for a couple of episodes. Basically, you get these points by advancing in the main quest, but you also get them by using this knowledge altar to extract the experience. As you can see here, there's 10 experience attainable from the Jupiter here. So you can extract that experience and get some extra points. We are not going to be using Jupiters for that, but we will use the next relic a little bit, which is this Saturn, which you can see gives 71.5 experience, a lot more. Mars 126, but I think Saturn is a good point to start getting a few of these upgrade points. So that is what we're gonna do. So what do we need in order to make the Jupiter? Well, we need a lot of stuff actually. We need planks, we need small wooden gears, and we need pulleys. These are all relatively easy builds, but we need them in higher quantities than we have ever needed anything else before. So let's see, we need this special machine called the Shaper in order to make it. We can set our recipe, and we need 240 planks per minute, which is 2 full belts. We need 3 full belts of small wooden gears, and we need 1 full belt of wooden pulleys. Now we are making 4 full belts. No, sorry. We're making 3 full belts of planks from this setup. So 2 of those full belts will definitely be going to the... I was just wondering if we could maybe fit one here. Then we wouldn't have to take out a whole... Okay, but we'll need 2 full belts from the... Oh, wait a minute, let's just calculate this out. We are making 48. How did we set this up? Because we're making 48 per. So we're making 480, which should be 4 full belts. So did we set this up wrong, maybe? I'm not sure, to be honest. It should be 4 full belts. But they need to be merged somehow, right? Because it's 48. So that would be 3 of these makes 1 full belt, because we have our belt speed at 120. So that would be 3, then that's 24 left over. So we have 3 for 1 belt, 3 for 1 belt, 3 for 1 belt. That's 28 times 3. 24, right? Yeah, 24 times 3, that's 72, and then we have another that's 80, that's 120. So we should... This should be 1 full belt, this should be 1 full belt, this should be 1 full belt. And then all of the excess there, as well as this one, should make... They're all running. Or, well, they're not anymore, but they were all running. So how did they not oversaturate the belts? How did I make... They are just... So these are... No, these should also be oversaturated. I'm very confused how I set this up with the wood. We might have to change that setup. But my let's just go through this. Got our potions up and running again. That's nice. A little more expenses than maybe anticipated, or maybe just than we can actually cover with our costs or with our earnings. But then again, we have so many extra fertilizer running out of this, and we have belts stacking up, producing more that we can sell. So in that regards, this would eventually backfill, stop producing, while this would sell, and I think it should even out eventually. But we're getting 4 full belts, or at least we will, once we are setting it up properly. So that leaves 2 full belts for this, 1 full belt for the small wooden gears. Is that enough? It's 1 to 3 and 1 to 1, so that makes 3 full belts from 1 full belt. So that's fine. And then we'll have a 1 full belt left over for the wooden pulleys, which take 2 planks per. So that would actually mean, whoops. That would mean we would need 2 full belts. So we will be 1 full belt short of wood. So we would just need 2 more that produces regular logs in order to do our Saturn almost entirely off of this production here. And we'll of course also need the ropes, 1 full belt of ropes, which is going to be 6 of these setups. That should be fine. So we will be making it 1 module at a time, or just 1 thing at a time. I think that makes the most sense. Let's start with the rope. Now, let's start with the small wooden gears. That is going to be the easiest, and we'll just assume an input. So we're gonna have 1 of these. I'm gonna want to make it as tileable as possible, basically. Need to see how much this produces. It takes 20 to 20. So one grinder per 2 of these. Probably can do something like so. That should be 60. And how many of these are we gonna need? Then we need 360, so we need 6 of these. And I would like, if possible, to stack this a little bit higher. We need some more wood for that, so we can fit everything on the floor there. But if it's not possible, that would probably be fine as well. But let's just see if we can't do it. If we put the grinder here, maybe. Okay, so that should... That should be one full belt here. Then we just need to gather them back up. Somehow that's... How do we do that? Think. No, let's... I think this is the way. Because then we can fit this here. There we go. I think that is pretty compact. Basically, we are adding one layer here to save. Let's just see, actually, just for fun, how much this takes up. This takes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we were to do it the other way, we would need 6 here, that would be 12. So we are definitely making it more compact. That's good. So that should be it. We should even be able to do this, and then it will just take in everything like this, and we will put it let's put it over here. This gives us 3 full belts. Cool. Okay, so that is the first step, rather compact. Also probably, well, it's not the easiest. That would be the wood. So let's see if we can't get the wood up here somehow. And we probably need to redo this, right? Probably do need to redo it. How do we do that? So we got 48 times 3. What if we do 48 times 2? That is 96. And then half. That would be it, right? That also makes sense because we have 10 and we want 4, so we need to split them 2.5. 2.5. How do we do that? We're gonna need more room. So let's Let's move this part. I think let's just move it this amount. And then we will take out this. Okay. So we have two. It would be easier if this was like 5 and 5. So maybe we should make it 5 and 5. We can quote unquote just move this part a little bit. I think I want to do that. Okay. So we should be able to take one of these here. Not that one. Let's get rid of these. Can move this down here. Don't have an extra one of this one. Oh, we don't have room for that. What do we have extra of? We don't need this. Okay. So that is that, and then we'll just we'll get rid of these as well. We will just take this here. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Oh, the gridlocks. God damn it. There we go. We can take these gridlocks, we can take these gridlocks. Okay. We need to set them up back there. But what I was saying is that this makes it a lot easier because then we can have this splitting into here and into there. So this is, whoops, this is one full belt and this is one full belt, and then we can do the same thing. Same thing up here. Cool. So now we have 4 full belts, and then we just need to pack this, make this go down as well. Then we have our full build here. Of mushrooms. Great. And we just need to cool. That also saves us on a little bit of steel, which is nice. Now we need to get these full belts onto some conveyors, which also means we need to have them on like separate levels. So if we could somehow, I think we would be better off. Oops. Like this. And we could also do that up here. Then we could get these out here. Just take this one down. Okay, now our pulleys are in the way again. We need to move this. Because we are gonna want to do this and this. So that leaves us with, whoops. That leaves us like this, and we can use one of those inclined ones again, I believe. Yep. Okay, and now we just need some... I know this is a little bit of spaghetti, but the pulley part is gonna be removed eventually. It's just semi... we just wanna basically spend our planks, and then I think I will make it a more permanent resident somewhere else. Maybe here in the middle or something. Because we need to have it set up with a plank supply anyways. But now we need to scaffold a little bit. So we can get our planks up here. This is just, I mean, the consequences of doing the one plot challenge. We need to use verticality. It is gonna get a little bit spaghetti every once in a while. We wouldn't be able to fit the Jupiter thing down here. We could have taken this out, put it upstairs, and have more like factory stuff here. But we have so many plants here that I feel like it makes a lot of sense to have the fertilizer on this level as well, and we can just transport the planks. Obviously, if you don't want to do that, that's completely fine. You can structure it however you like, but I think I'm gonna have it like this for now, and maybe in the future, when we replace our advanced fertilizer here, then we might redo it. So this takes the first belt, and then we need... see, where would it make sense to have this located? Probably somewhere around here, right? I think so. There with this one, and then we just need to have our last contraption for the pulleys, and we said we needed 6 nurseries. It doesn't need to be ground, does it? It does need to be ground. Okay, so let's get 6 nurseries. And we can use our blueprint, the plank grinder here. Let's just build it here for now, and we can always move it. I think we should be able to stack it once. I'm not sure about twice, so I will just do once. And we're gonna need some scaffolding. Tall enough. Let's get some flex seats. Cool. Should probably check our orders as well so we don't run out of time. I think we lost one, but that's okay. This one should be doable. We have a little bit of time as well, so let's just mark it to make sure. We might not make this in time. the Jupiters, but we'll have to see. What was that? Pulleys. Oh well. Let me just add a little box here. Some of these pulleys. Right, this needs to be reconnected is why it's not working. Cool. Okay, and this was connected, yeah. So we're making our pulleys, plant our flax seeds. Gotta make sure, whoops, not that. Although we could have it come up in this corner. I think I want the hole to be in the same location. Across the floors, just in case. Anyways, we have input here. We're also gonna have input up here. Nope. And probably like this. Then we'll have the output, because this is gonna be, I believe, 120, which is a full belt. Yep. So we are, and that needs to be inserted directly into one of these guys. We could just copy that, but oh well. And rope. There and there. So that gives us our rope at 20 per minute. I think. Could bring it out this way. We'll see. We'll see, because we also need to get these up on top here. Sorry for the low talking, if you want. I just need to concentrate a slight bit in order for this to make sense to me, but I am trying. And if you have any tips, or if you have something that you want me to talk about during these sort of times, feel free to share them. It would be greatly appreciated. Let's see, where are we going? We needed to go in here, here, and here, I believe. Yep. Yep. Okay. And then it's obviously going out in the same way there. Now, do I want to take it out of the side here, or do I want to take it out on the front? I think if we were to take it out here, that would probably be more difficult than just stacking stuff here. See, how is our... Okay, Vitality Potions is not selling at all. That's interesting. Let's see what's going on there, because we have a lot that are just... No, we have none. Of course, because we aren't running the Stone Crushers. We need to get the money belt up and running, hopefully pretty soon. We have 400. I wanted to get to 500. Maybe we can with some quests. Do this one easily. Let's see if we can gather the stuff for this. Please, are we not making? So let's just try and gather some from the belt. We need glass. We need linen. Linen is here. And it's not being produced because we aren't running fertilizer anymore. That's a lot of linen sales though, to be honest. So that's pretty cool. I think we should, however, be able to almost get it all. I think he just took what we were missing. Okay, let's run the fertilizer a little bit. That should be enough. We need some glass and some healing potions. Now, healing potions, I know we have not enough of also. We're running out of everything, but we do have quite a few here. Maybe if we have 60 is the question. But yeah, we're running out because it doesn't run unless we have the advanced fertilizer running. So that is, of course, something to keep in mind. Even though it is expensive, it should even out with the amount of potions that we make. And especially when we get the Jupiters online, that should help a whole bunch. Let's just do that then. We have our glass somewhere here. That was fine, and then we just need linen to start back up again, which it should when the fertilizer gets distributed in a little while. We're missing a little bit of money, but maybe, just maybe, we should just, I think let's do one more run of things, if you will, fill up stuff a little bit manually for hopefully the last time, and then we should be able to get the money belt up and running. I hope. Yeah, we're getting there with the Jupiter build. Definitely one of the more complex builds for us so far, but also really not that bad. So where were we at? we needed to get the other output. Don't need this. Whoops. We don't strictly need this either. But we do need to have this down here, and then we can get the output belt here. Nope, one too tall. Oh no. Yeah, we can't do just that. Right? Oh, yes, yes, this is correct. This is correct. Never mind. We just need to be a couple more tall. No issue at all. There we go. And there we go. And this should be 60. So we can merge that here. And that should take fertilizer from the back here and wood. No, this is just our rope. This is just the rope. Okay, but we have one full belt of rope. Do we need one full belt of rope? Probably not, but gathering it may be easier. I forgot about that last part there. We need 30, and then we need half belts of wood. Each of these do 20. So it is, I would say it's probably the easiest to just have a full belt of rope. That's fine with me. How many do we need of those? We need 4 of these. In some configuration that takes rope from here. Let's just see. I'm just thinking maybe we don't need to stack them at all. That would definitely be the easiest. If we could just do something like this, and then we just need to get our wood in. And we could do that. So we need 2 belts. So we have 1 belt coming in here. We have 1 belt coming in here. Could do this. That takes care of the back 2. Then we need somehow to get this one across. Could do this. It is a little janky, but definitely should work. So now if we fill in fertilizer from the back or from this side, we can output and wood in this side. Maybe we want to rotate this, I think. Probably want to have this like here. We want something along these lines, right? Because the money belt is going to be... Actually, let's put up the wall so we can see. Here, and then we will have our belt running here. So it needs to be here somewhere. And we would probably want the wood coming in. Actually, we do need a little bit more space on this side, because we need to fit in one of these. And then let's just see here. Whoops. Okay, that's those two, and then no, we need to swap them. Or just adjust these. So we're like this, I think. Yes. Then we can run. Okay. Well, we don't really. Maybe we need to put it over here. And then actually keep it exactly like before. That's annoying. But yeah, that does make more sense. So let's get a wall. We will move We can't have it here. Gosh darn it. Okay, we'll have it in that corner. We can't have it here because we'll need the staircase eventually. So we will move this once again. Cut. Let's put it here. And that's too far back. Put it here. Yes. We get one belt from there. And then we will have our saw producing one belt into here. And then all of these belts will be going the opposite way. Okay, that is our still not vitality potions. That is interesting. Probably not enough advanced fertilizer being made. So it doesn't reach over here. Nope, it does reach. We have plenty. We aren't running this because we're out of coal. Right. What a difficult process, you guys. Let me just get that sorted. Should have some linen though. Nope, no linen. But linen doesn't take coal. So maybe we just sold it all. Maybe it just all became bandages. But we'll go here with some of that. And we don't have anything to kickstart it. We'll need to kickstart it. So we just have to remember that. We won't need to kickstart it. No, it will get fed. Never mind. Never mind. But we do need to run this a little bit more. Unfortunately. Back to no money. We'll be fine. Okay, so we have this over here. I think we're gonna need to like dismantle this to have a chance at actually setting it up proper. There we go, that should take care of that. Then we just need a purchasing portal. And we can just use the purchasing portal manually until we get the money belt running, so that is gonna be fine. We just purchased it a couple times, it will run. So this should be doing that. We just need fertilizer to come in. We need some more nails. Is it running? It's not. We are doing iron. Is it not being? It's not being outputted on that one. So that's great. Did we get a new quest? Did a little bit of money there. We want to do this one. How much is in our coffers? We are making a bit of money, so that is nice. Do need some more wood for these as well. Plenty of mortars, so that's fine for now. This isn't running because of the coal. And the coal has stopped because it's not going anywhere because I took this out. Everything's starting to make sense. There we go, coal coke on the belt. Awesome. So now let's take our fertilizer here and feed it upstairs. I think probably there's gonna be right. Yes. Still need some nails. That's probably not enough. So close. That is... These aren't running as well, that's why this is stopped. And also we aren't producing mushrooms because the wood has no sink. So we need to get this going. Do we have any fertilizer somewhere we can steal? Do have this down here maybe. So let's just get these ropes going. This will get the ropes going, or the pulleys, and we should be able to feed that in here. And once we get the pulleys going, the planks should start flowing, because this will start getting built. And that should make the fertilizer flow. And then we should be good on that. Let's see how the linen is doing up here. Aren't getting any fertilizer, of course. Coal is flowing here, that's good. Wood is flowing on all. Almost. It's flowing a little bit. Starting to flow at least. So we're getting mushrooms. We're making advanced fertilizer again. Great. Okay. Awesome. Alright. So that's good. Just need to get 6 pieces of linen though, which will come here eventually once the fertilizer propagates enough. It is quite a long belt, so when things stop like this, it does take quite a bit to restart, unfortunately. But hopefully Hopefully this should flow. We should be getting some fertilizer here. It's not plugged in. It is plugged in over there, of course, but we need the nails. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Whoops. Yes. Let's just cut that off so we don't waste any fertilizer. Should be flowing now, so pulley should be flowing. Let's just put up a box here for now. We need to get it downstairs, obviously. Question is where? Question is where? Probably want it to be... We need this relic shelf. There's nothing to do about that. That's just the way to display these. Maybe let's put it back here somewhere. We can do this. That's the right height. Is the linen starting to produce yet? No. I think I'm just gonna steal some of this here. Get the linen going. So we can do that quest. Sweet. Let's get that money. Excellent. And maybe we will be able to do this one in time. Need 15 mortars, right? We need some soap. We have plenty of soap. And then we just need a jupiter. 35%. Maybe we'll make it. This should eventually run continuously, produce a continuous belt, which should mean this gets continuous. But we only have two more. We only have 2 hours, which is 2 minutes, and it takes 10 minutes to make, which means that, yeah, there's like 6 minutes left, even if it was continuous. So no way we are making that. But things should be flowing, at least. We have potions going again. This is still running, albeit not 100%. We are definitely getting... I know it is quite the waste to have this long buffer, because the only thing that's running over here really is the rope. So probably I will move the rope over here. That is probably the way to go, right? Have rope here. That way everything is on this direction. We can get rid of all these belts. That probably makes sense. Eventually. I mean, it doesn't matter to have, we just have a big buffer. It is running now, so that should be fine. We can even throw in some more money. Soap and bandages actually seem to be quite the good money maker as well. And we are getting vitality potions, just not that many. Yeah, so we're back in business. We're almost breaking even, and then we have the quests on top that really push us over the edge for that. Another quest for a Jupiter. So let's see if we can't get one this time around. I also kind of want to get one for the shop, but that can definitely wait. Now let's see, did I did not get the correct height. Can I do... Let's see, we wanted to go out that direction in here. Let's just move this then. And see, can we do like the conveyor rope, or is that too... Oh, we can do this. Cool. And then let's... just do this. That should make our Jupiter, once we get there, we're almost at the full belt, which means that the wood should also be flowing almost fully. Which should mean we should also get a bunch of fertilizer flowing fully. And if I remember correctly, the amount of fertilizer we're making, which should be a beltful, should definitely be able to sustain the amount of plants we have right now, and even a bit more than that. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, let's get the... I mean, we could wait for the Jupiter, but that's just a little bit pointless, right? What we can do is we can finish decorating. Putting up the walls at least, if you want to call that. Whoops. I'll call that decorating. Alright. Now, Jupiter, there we go. Let's get our quest in, just because it's gonna sell for more. Let's get the glass then. Don't have any glass. Let's get some glass production going then. Yeah, I think we have enough coal down here. Probably want to get some more iron going as well. We're missing some wood there. Potions are stocked. Everything seems to be running decently smooth down here. Everything seems to be running decently smooth here. This should be full bale of mushrooms. But maybe some aren't running. It's very difficult to tell using this setup when we're so compact. Everything should be running, it seems, so I'm not sure why it isn't a full belt. This is... There we go. Well, that's definitely the issue. How is this able to go through a log though without producing mushrooms that were taken? That's interesting, but now that's fully utilized. Wood isn't being fully utilized up here because pulleys aren't being fully utilized. But we do have the rope. It's the wood that's missing from this one, of course. So we do need to get our money belt up here to ensure everything is smooth. And for that we need a little bit more money, I think, before we can... We're almost there. Almost there. I think we're decently good. We are doing potions at a rate... Nope. Out of vitality potions. Because we are out of coal. Let's get some... Get a portal for the coal. Just get the coal immediately so we can get it up and running. Oops. Now, we do want to rearrange this. Probably just turn it this way. So we can get our portal in. Because we don't have the room here. Alternatively, we could just turn this. I think that's probably gonna be fine. See a purchasing portal for coal. We have our coal here. That should be fine. Wait, we have our Jupiter on us. Didn't we do the quest? We didn't because we need glass. There we go. I thought we were a little low on funds as well compared to how much we should have gotten from the quest there. Okay. This is a thing that I haven't touched upon yet. And basically, every level or tier you complete, you get access to a loan. You can loan an amount of money. You can loan 40 silver, 100 for the next level. You have to pay it back. You can't do it. It's not really necessary. I just was wondering if we could like get a little bit of a head start with regards to the... Oh! Actually, we have a lot of money in our coffers here. That's very nice. You're gonna need a little bit room here because we want to have one of these. So let's get a purchasing portal. Or a portal sigil so we can make a bank portal. Also need a little bit of iron. Don't want it going just yet. I mean, to be fair, we can just... Yeah, let's just wait. until we get the last few pieces of money. We also want to move this and this because we want to have 2. Otherwise, it might clog up. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. No, we don't want this. We want one more purchasing or portal signal, so they can both produce silver into our chest. It might not be like entirely necessary at this point, but I think it's nice to sort of be prepared this, because it's, I mean, it's a relatively easy thing to set up. Okay, so we got some money flowing here. That's neat. We don't have any quests except for the main quest, which is transformation potions. And looking at the tree, that might be what we focus on next time. I think we should be able to get that. Hopefully maybe also steel gears, but definitely transformation potions. There's quite some steps, so it might be all that we're able to reach, but maybe both, but definitely transformation potions. And then we can move on into tier 6, which has some really neat upgrades. That is it. Day 30, 33 grand on the vitality potions, 10 grand on the healing potions. Very nice. How much did we spend? Okay, so how did we made about 70 grand on the items, 45 in rewards, spent 90 grand just about to get our infrastructure running though. But we don't have any Jupiters in here, and if we had the Jupiter, that math would be a little bit different. Anyways, that is all for this episode. We were able to set up the Jupiter. We got most of our infrastructure ready for when we get some of those sweet... Oh no. Something isn't running here. Well, that is this needs to be running continuously, obviously. Otherwise wood is gonna run out, everything is gonna back up. These are critical that they run together. But we've got our Jupiter up and running. And next time we'll get the money belt for sure. We're almost there with the funds. 500 silver, so I think we're really good to go next time. And we'll get the transformation potions, go into the tier 6, and we'll just continue from there. Get a bunch of neat upgrades. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Just one last turn, right?